Okay, I'm Mr. Martin Butita. I'm in the Department of Hospitality and Tourism, Zetech University. This unit is food production theory and practical, whereby we teach practical aspects, especially food and beverage practical. So today, the introductory of what we're supposed to cover today is actually the proteins, how to prepare proteins. And to be specific, we're going to look at the preparation of the chicken lollipops. That is the white meat. We're going to dwell with the white meat. But before we do that, I think I need to mention some objectives of the day. This class of ours, we have some objectives that we need to achieve. So one of the objectives is, by the end of the lesson, all of you, the students, should be able to know and have the skills on how to prepare the chicken lollipops comfortably at the comfort of your home. Number two, you should also be able to do the marination of the protein, especially in this case now the chicken, comfortably without any problem. Then number three, another objective, we're going to learn some kitchen techniques or some skills that we're going to learn. I'll be introducing them as we get along. When we get to the heart or to the real practical itself. So, and on top of that, I have the introduction that I want to put across. So when you're talking about chicken lollipops, I believe the term lollipop is not is familiar to many of you, the students. It's just like the normal lollipop, the sweets that you see, but now from the chicken. In this case, for us to make now the chicken lollipops, we normally use the chicken wings. An example of the chicken wing is here. We have, I'm going to demonstrate how we're going to use, but we use the wings to do the lollipop. Here are some of them, but we are going to do the demonstration with you here on how to get the lollipop from the wing, from the chicken wing. And then after that, we're going to do the coating. After marination, marination is a process whereby after cutting the chicken, we actually try to flavor it. We flavor it with some kind of ingredients and some kind of ingredients that I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you here, so that it becomes nutritious. That's how. So we coat that. Coating, we're going to use this flour. That's why we're seeing we have flour as part of the ingredient, the wheat flour. So that's how. Then the egg is also going to be key when it comes to coating. And I'm going to demonstrate to you how we're going to use the egg. Then lastly, we have the breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs is also going to be quite critical when it comes to coating. And then after we are done with that, we are going to cook that particular the wings that we have prepared, so that we have a taste of the final product. Okay, now we begin to make our lollipop. So from our chicken wing, which is this one here, we cut it into two, this way. So we use this lower part. You can see this lower part of the wing. So we try as much as possible to detach this meaty part or the fleshy part from the bone. The way I'm doing it. So we do it patiently, but keenly also. Patiently, but keenly. While observing hygiene, because hygiene is one of the key things that I said should be practiced in the kitchen. So the moment you detach the meat from the bone, you pull it down. You pull now this one down, downwards. You pull it downwards the way I'm doing, to form the shape like that one of a lollipop. So that's how. If you find that it's not, you're not achieving the proper shape, you can use this knife to bring it down so that you get that shape that you want to have. The moment you achieve such, it means now you have your lollipop. But now we cannot prepare it the way it is. There's something that you're supposed to do, which we said is the marination. So we need to do the marination. So the ingredients that I showed you earlier on for marination, first of all, we shall take our crushed ginger and garlic, which is natural. We prefer natural because we get very nice flavor from the natural ginger and garlic. Unlike the ground one. You know, sometimes you get to the supermarket, you'll get the ones that is ground in powder form. But we encourage you to use this natural ginger and garlic because it gives you the proper flavor that you want. Then a bit of soy sauce. You can see my soy sauce here that I showed you. So you put it there in that particular mixture. We add to the mixture the soy sauce. Then we take a bit of the Worcestershire sauce as well. So this one I'm going to open. It is a bit correct. So a bit of the soy sauce, not soy sauce, but Worcestershire sauce. Then a bit of the paprika. This is paprika, a bit of it. I add a bit of salt for seasoning. So a bit of some salt kidogo. And then lastly, some oil kidogo, cooking oil. Yes. Now this mixture, we mix it together. You can use your spoon to do the mixing to get some the flavor that you want. The moment you have this, now you take your lollipops now, you put them into this mixture so that it gets the flavor from this mixture that I'm doing. I believe the students, you are seeing what I'm doing. Yes, so that you should be able to demonstrate it on your own. So this is what you're supposed to do. And remember, I talked about kitchen techniques. One of the techniques is that you're supposed to cover all your food. That's why we're seeing everything here is covered. So, for hygiene purposes. Because even the houseflies might come and, they can find their way into the food. So that's why we cover. So at this juncture, I can now remove this. I remove this. So after dipping it into the mixture, I put it into that flour. The same case here. So this marination, it gives it the proper, now the proper flavor that I want to have. Now the reason I'm coating with flour is to contain the flavor now, to contain the flavor. So I'll be forced to remove these ones here because I'm going to. So we put it to flour to contain the flavor. Then kwa eggs kidogo. The reason why tunaweka kwa mayai is for coating. So that when you put the breadcrumbs, kiweka breadcrumbs inakuwa sour, so that it becomes fine. That's sour. So the moment you do this, you can put them aside on one container somewhere. Then you pick another one. You continue with the same procedure for the rest of the products that you have. The way I'm doing, we coated breadcrumbs, then I'll do the next one. Then you put the breadcrumbs. The reason why you put in breadcrumbs is that because you're going to shallow fry dogo in some cooking oil, it's going to contain the flavorings and everything, so it's going to be fine. Unlike just deep frying it immediately from here. So from this point here, I'm going to have my cooking oil on some frying pan, which is already heat. Then I dip them there for some time. Probably, we usually say you fry them for 5 to 10 minutes until it becomes golden brown. Then you remove them and put them on a colander, this one. You can see this, structure of mine that I've made here. It drains the fat, because you are picking it from the from the oil. So this one helps in draining the fat or the excess oil. Then you consume it. It will now be ready for consumption. You're going to have a taste of a final product. So at this juncture, I'm going to deep fry them. Okay, so class, today we've learned about the preparation of the chicken lollipops, and we've done it very nicely, and we've seen the final product, how it has been. And I believe by now, going forward, we should be able to make yours comfortably from your home. But now in our next lesson, we are going to study 2 key skills. One of them is blanching and simmering. So we're going to this to learn how to blanch vegetables and the importance of blanching, why blanching is necessary in cooking of vegetables, and why simmering is key when it comes to making stews. So For today, I can say that's what you're supposed to learn for today. We meet in our next lesson. Thank you very much.